Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are going to do today a dot filter. Now most people already know what a dot filter is, and most people know how to do a dot filter. I, however, do not know how to do one, have never done one. So this is literally going to be the first time I have done a dot filter. I'm going to do it live, as it were, and so everyone can see me doing it, see how I get on, and hopefully those that haven't done one before will learn something at the same time. So I'm going to choose some colours from we normally use oils for dot filters. I'm going to use the MIG oil brushes because I've got a set, and I'm going to use these. So I've picked out some colours already. I'm going to use field green, earth, white, and buff, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a grey, or maybe a yellow. We'll try a yellow in there as well, just to add a bit of colour. So the actual idea of a dot filter is, as it says, just to put dots all over the item you're filtering. So because this keeps falling over like that, I'm going to have to fashion some form of jig to hold it. So I've got some blue tack here that I'm currently trying to warm up because it's a bit cold. You know what blue tack's like? It's cold and not very malleable when it's cold. You've got to get it warmed up. So let's see if we can. I don't want to break the spines too much. So that's actually, I'm probably better off I need to have it positioned in such a way that everyone can see it, but so that I can see it as well. So if I position it, that's the best place for me. If I position it like that, let's just push that into there, like so. Right, and then I can adjust this camera up like that, so that you've all got a good view of it, and then we'll start. So apologies for the dog, he tends to go off barking when somebody passes the window. So normally you just use some oils, you'd put them on a card and let the water sort of leach out of them, and then you would but these are so much better. So we literally just dot. This of course has had a gloss coat put over the top of it. It does look a bit random at the moment, which is exactly how it's supposed to look, to be honest. And then hopefully when we blend it all together, we should get the weathered look somewhere in the region of what I'm looking for. We've got quite a bright one here. The white. Thick there. So we only want it, maybe not so much of the white. Just a little touch here and there. I think some of my dots might be a bit too thick. We'll see. Two more to go. We've got a brown now. And I think that'll do. So there we have our dot filter on. Now we need a suitable brush for removing, and for this I'm going to use this Graduate De La Rowney 1/4 brush, 1/4. So I'm going to use that. I want quite a broad one to give nice sort of strokes. And we're going to need some enamel thinners. Should I say some clean spirits. White spirits, they'll do. And we're going to use this to blend the oils together. We've got to give them 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to go and make a coffee, and then hopefully by the time I come back this will be dry and ready for the next step. So can we pause this, or we got to do a jump cut? I don't think we can pause it. Right, so our dots have been sat for about 5 minutes now, and we don't want them to dry out too much, so we're ready to start blending. Got my brush, I'm going to dip it in some clean spirits and then just dab the brush to get rid of the excess so that it's just damp, and then we want to start blending the colours together. Now I just go in the direction of the airflow would go over the wings. No particular reason, I just think that it makes sense that if you're going to blend something that you would go in that direction. And you just need to try and gauge it yourself, whether you think you've got it right. Is that enough or not enough, or just keep some of the streaks, you wouldn't be too bad if you leave some of the streaks in, because of course that's the purpose. The wings would get dirty. Just very, very lightly. Very, very lightly. And we'll just go side on with the brush. Just want to try and make some areas maybe a little bit cleaner than others. Got some nice effects going on in this region here. You can see, I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but we've got some, it looks a bit dirty and grubby around here, and you've got the staining going on. And overall it's not a bad effect. I think there's probably a bit too much in the middle there, so we're going to just try and clean that up a fraction. A bit too much there. I feel there's a bit too much anyway. Of course we can weather over the top of these as well. Come along with our washes. Maybe just try and clean up around the star a little bit. That would probably be, if they were going to clean anywhere. So there we have it. So there we have our dot technique. Thank you for watching. I hope that it's been helpful in some way. All that's left for me to say is bye for now. Happy modelling.